Hey, what's up everyone? Danny Lining back with another CSR2 video. Today we are going to be checking out the Viper GTS SRII. We are doing a stage 6 maxed out shift pattern and tune, a stage 5 shift pattern and tune. We're going to see if we can find a live racing setup for the car, and we are going to do a review on the car as well. So let's get to it. We are starting out with the maxed out shift and tune. So when you got all the stage 6 parts and all the fusions, put your nitrous all the way to the right. Final drive 2.04 and tires on 8 psi with a dyno of a 7.702. To drive it when it's maxed out, it seems to have a very basic shift pattern. Let go of the gas right around number 1, maybe a little bit after. As soon as you launch second nitrous, all the rest of the shifts right before the red line, just like this. 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous, third, fourth, fifth, sixth gear. And that seems to be giving me some pretty decent times. I'm getting 7.6s or 7.7s. Every once in a while, I do get down into the 7.6. There I got a 7.754. So I think when you launch and how quickly you get into second gear plays a big part on how fast the car actually runs. So it's not easy to get one of those perfect runs with this car, but you can get down into the 7.6s doing that. Let's go ahead and give that one more try. Might as well, right? Let's give it one more try. This time we'll let go of the gas just a little bit later. 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous, third, and I do notice that the needle kicked back right there. So if you let go of the gas at just the right time, you do have a needle kickback, and then it kicked back and I hit second nitrous pretty much right after. So I think the needle kickback is one of the keys to making it run really slow. You don't want the needle kickback. I bet you thought I was going to run a faster time, didn't you? I tricked you, haha. Now let's go ahead and set this car up on stage 5 parts and do a stage 5 shift and tune. And huge shout out to YouTuber Nitro for CSR. We're on the content account today that has all the cars, and that allows me to teach you guys what cars are good and how to drive them. So thank you to Nitro for access to that account. But so far, every time I get a kickback, the car is running way too slow. To tune this when it's on the stage 5 setup, put your nitrous all the way over to the right. Put your final drive on 2.04 and put your tires on 8 psi, pretty much the same exact thing as we had on stage 6. That gives us a dyno time of a 9.011. And I'm going to tell you what, it is very, very, very hard to hit the dyno or beat the dyno on this car. But to drive it on stage 5, we are going to let go of the gas right about number 2. The needle is going to kind of fall back down almost to 0 as soon as you launch second, third nitrous, and then all the shifts right before the red line, just like this. 3, 2, 1, go. Second, third nitrous. And sometimes it's hard to get it to shift into third, so sometimes you got to hit it a couple of times. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt on this car, but there we go. We should be running 9 zeros. Sometimes we're getting like 9.1, sometimes we're getting like 9.5s. So it's a very hard car to drive and get consistent times on. So, so far I don't like it, but let's see if we got a live racing setup for this thing. Alright, so now we found a low performance point high evo setup, and these normally do pretty well for beating the dyno time and or live racing. If we're live racing with this, we don't want to beat the dyno because we want to set it to a certain lobby and keep it in that lobby. So what we want to do is put our engine on stock. I always start with engine, put that to stock. Turbo stock. Intake stock. Nitrous stage 2. Body stage 5. Tire stage 3. Transmission stage 5. I'm talking funny. You'll have to deal with it. I'm sorry. Alright. So that's how we set it up on the parts. So for the live racing setup, to tune it, put your nitrous all the way to the right. Put your final drive at 3.88 and your tires on 8 psi. And that's going to give you a 10.999 on the dyno, which means we want to run at 11.0, not faster or slower. So we want to try and get as close to 11.0 as possible. So what we're going to do is when the car launches, just let go of the gas right about number 1, shortly after second nitrous, and all the rest of the shifts right before the red line. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous, third, fourth, fifth, sixth gear. And it should run just a little bit faster than 11.0, which means we might need to be like downshift once or twice right before it crosses the finish line. We don't want it to get into the 10.8 lobby, or it probably won't win any races, when it could probably stay in the 11.0 lobby and win a nice amount of races. So yeah, you may or may not need to slow down depending on how well you launch and shift the car, but this should do pretty decent. I mean, we got pretty much 3 times the amount of Evo as performance points, and normally that's a good thing. Normally that's what you want to see. So this car should do really well for live racing, unless it's one of those weird cars. I can't actually take this account into live to test it out, but hey, that's how we do it to it on this car. I just can't find anything that I like except for the live racing setup. The stage 5 and stage 6 setups, I mean, the top speed's good, the acceleration is pretty decent, but it just drives weird. It's a weird car. I don't care for the way it works, but I do like the live racing setup. So if you do win this thing and you set it up, try that for live racing and see what happens. It's probably not going to be the greatest car in the game or anything. I mean, it's definitely going to be cool. Let me try that again. It's definitely going to be a cool car to have in your collection, but I don't know. I'm just not liking this one. All right, I think that's going to wrap this video up. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. If you drop down the video's description or the pinned comment, you'll see some ways to help support the channel, and the description has a bunch of other resources and info in there as well. Huge shout out to all my channel members. Thank you guys so much for the extra support. If you would like to become a channel member, just click the little join button right below the video. We would appreciate that big time. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you are awesome. Thanks for watching my video. I hate to say, but it's time to go. Maybe you could watch another one. That might be really fun. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for watching you. Thanks for watching my video.